Hello friends, welcome in my YouTube channel. This video is on finance and accounts objective questions for LDCE exam, especially for railway departmental exam. We can say if you are first time visiting on my channel, kindly subscribe me, share with your friends and like also. This is a set of 30 plus questions on finance. 30 plus questions on finance. So let's start. As per GCC of services, minimum technical eligibility criteria is successful completion of at least one work of 35% value of work during last 3 years. One work of 35% value of work during last 3 years. The accepting authority of a tender committee recommendation should be the accepting authority of a tender committee recommendation should be one level above the level of tender committee. Tender received before the time of opening but after the due date and time are called as, if before and after both coming, it is delayed tender. If before and after both coming, it is delayed tender. If only after coming, it is late tender. Just a trick. Two-packet tendering system is adopted in case of two-packet tendering system is adopted in case of open tender. If tender is open, it is two-packet tendering system is accepted. Documents which are integral parts of contracts. Documents which are integral parts of contracts is GCC, SCC, specifications, schedule of rate, quantities. The answer is all these three. So answer will be all the above. After budget merger, now all the railway demands are under demand number dash in general budget. In 2016, government announced that there is no railway budget. So after merger, it was 80 in 2017-18. Now it's 85. Next year also 85. Minimum notice period for quotation is 7 days. Minimum notice period for quotation is 7 days. As per Article 113(2) of Constitution of India, budget estimates are presented to Parliament in the form of, it is presented in the form of demand for grants. We are demanding for granting. The check exercised by Railway Accounts Office on financial transactions is called, the check exercised by Railway Accounts Office on any financial transactions is called internal check. Internal check. As per Article 266 of the Indian Constitution, all revenues of the government flow into, see, all is a trick. All, the another synonyms of all is consolidated. So answer will be Consolidated Fund of India. Name the Supreme Statutory Audit Organization in India. What is the name of Supreme Statutory Audit Organization of India? It is Comptroller and Auditor General, C&AG. The railway budget has been merged with the general budget with effect from, the railway budget has been merged with the general budget with effect from 2017-18 financial year. Actually, government announced this in the year 2016 but imposed from the financial year 2017-18. Source of funding for Indian Railway to finance its capital expenditure projects is, the first one is extra budgetary resources, EBR. Second one is gross budgetary resources support, GBS. The third one is internal resources of Indian Railway. So these are the three expenditure resources. The full form of RRSK The full form of RRSK is Rashtriya Rail Sanraksha Kosh. Rashtriya Rail Sanraksha Kosh. A report by an ISA or ASB detailing procedural irregularities in the maintenance of a stock is called a report by an ISA or ASB detailing procedural irregularities in the maintenance of a stock is called a narrative report. Narrative report. In SOP, if there is no mention regarding finance concurrence, then in SOP, if there is no mention regarding finance of concurrence, then finance concurrence is required. Contingent expenditure means contingency, everyone know, emergency. So contingent expenditure means incidental to the management or upkeep of the office. In works tenders, offer without EMD should be, if there is no EMD, earnest money deposit paid by the party, it will be rejected with the summary. So summarily rejected. An agreement which is enforceable by law is an agreement between two which is enforceable by law is a contract. Percentage of working expenses to gross earnings is known as percentage of working expenses to gross earnings is known as operating ratio. Important, operating ratio. What is provided in a tender to insulate both railways and the tender from the effects of inflation? What is provided in a tender to insulate both railways and the tender from the effect of inflation? This is price variation clause. Price variation clause, which is not a method for expenditure control. Whatever the expenditure I am doing in railway, by which method it is not controlled. Material modification and price variation clause. Budgetary control and financial review, internal audit and CAG audit, and review of unsanctioned and objectionable items of expenditure are method for expenditure control. Below I am writing just what are the methods used for expenditure control, but material modification and price variation is not a expenditure control. Based on RE, revised grant is given. The answer is, the statement is true. Here RE means revised estimate. Based on revised estimate, revised grant is sanctioned. Based on BE, budget grant is given. The statement is true. On base of RE, revised grant is given. On base of BE, budget grant is given. On based on FM, final grant is given. The statement is true. B, yani budget. So FM means final modification. Traffic costing officers in zonal railways report to PFA, Principal of Financial Advisor. How many demands for grants are allotted for Ministry of Railways after merger of railway budget with general budget? In the first year after merger 2017-18 it was 80, second year 81, third year 82. So everywhere only one. Answer will be only one. Now it is 85. Audit objections raised on accounts as a result of voucher check are called audit note. Audit objections raised on accounts, audit note. Name the accounts under which Indian Railway transactions related to the consolidated fund, the contingency fund and the public accounts are accounted in the books of RBI. What is the name of account under which Indian Railway transaction related to the consolidated fund, contingency fund and the public account accounted in the book of RBI? This is Railway Fund. Railway Fund. Expenditure on renewals and replacement is financed from Expenditure on renewals and replacement is financed from DRF, Depreciation Reserve Fund. Friend, most of the questions asked in NIR in the various examinations. What is the full form of GAAP? Generally Accepted Accounting Principle.